And this is Gerald, your financial fitness coach, Gerald A. Pimpleton. And I am also the head hustler of Seven Figure Destiny Hustle Nation. I have a quick story to share with you today. I actually watched a Goldcast today of Dima Gahawe. And Dima Gahawe was actually brought up, and her grandmother and her mother gave her this story that they shared with all of the young girls of her age in her country. And the story kind of went like this: that a girl was like a glass vase, and if the glass vase is ever cracked, it can't be uncracked, it can't be unbroken. And once it's cracked, then it is damaged for life. So, with that being said, she followed her family's guidance. She did all of the right things. She did all of the right things, and she actually, at the age of 19, she became engaged to the most eligible bachelor in her community. It was through an arranged marriage. Her family was ecstatic, and it was actually arranged by the mother of the bachelor, and they did everything that they were supposed to do. She did everything she was supposed to do. They got married and then moved to San Diego, and she thought finally, when she moved to San Diego, that she could discover who she was and live her own identity. Unfortunately, when she got there, she understood that it was even more pressure to keep up that identity and to keep up the perfect image and to keep the glass vase uncracked. And the story goes on that eventually she, and the overarching lesson that she gave in this video was, she decided that at some point she was going to crack the vase. And her terminology that she used, or the phraseology that she used, was she was going to feel the fear and do it anyway. So she eventually packed her things and left, deathly afraid. And I will interject that because of her culture and the way that her culture is, her leaving actually brought shame to her, was perceived to have brought shame to her family. And she lived for 16 years under the threat of physical repercussions, as in a member of her family wanted her dead because the shedding of her blood would only bring back honor to her family. This particular person happened to be her father. But she felt the fear. She did it anyway. She actually went to school. She enrolled in school, and she started going on interviews to actually just get interviewing skills. And she was made an offer, and she was terrified to leave San Diego, but she felt the fear and did it anyway. She's very successful at this moment, and I wanted to share that particular story of that video because I wanted to talk about the glass vase. And I've talked about this before, but I wanted to share this with you. The miracle that, and we in America, we are very image conscious. We as Americans are very image conscious. This is about what car you drive, what watch you have, what neighborhood you live in, how much money you're perceived to make, how successful you're perceived to be. We are very image conscious, and because of that, we spend a lot of time making sure that the glass or the vase is not broken. There's no cracks showing. I know in my culture, there's a whole collective that talks about don't share all your business. Everybody doesn't need to know your business. They don't want people to know personal business. And personally, I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, because I'm your coach, I'm going to tell you that is the most absurd notion ever. Because everyone is living the same thing you are, and hiding it from anyone is actually limiting yourself in connection with other people, in relationship, and and in authenticity. You cannot be authentic when you're hiding your your life experience. The two do not go together. So either you're authentic and you're okay with people knowing that you struggle, people knowing that you struggle financially, people knowing that you don't have it all together, knowing that your relationship isn't perfect. And I'm not, and we generally talk in general terms. We're okay with people generally knowing that we fight with our spouse, but we're not comfortable with people knowing that, yeah, we almost got divorced, or yes, one of us cheated on the other. We're not comfortable with people knowing that because of the fact that that is a little bit too close to home. But understand that if it hurts a little, and if it's embarrassing a little, then it's authentic. That's authentic, because that is the only way that you can ever transform, through being transparent. I talk about being transformationally transparent. That is the only way that happens. You can't be authentic and actually cover and hold the image true. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the vase. The miracle is not keeping it all together. The miracle is not keeping the glass unshattered. It's not keeping the vase uncracked. The miracle is not how you've managed to go through life, not make any major mistakes, and you've kept it all together. That's not to be celebrated. That's not the miracle. That is not where the awe-inspiring life happens. Because it's very, 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 very easy to pour water in a vase that has no cracks and expect no water to leak. That's not a miracle. That's just facts. And it's boring. But where the miracle is when you can pour the water or the abundance or the actual zest for life into a vase that has cracks all through it, all kind of mistakes, all kind of chips, all kind of dings, bangs, and no water leaks. That's a miracle. So if you want to be a miracle to someone else, I'm not saying show them as badges, but don't be afraid of the world seeing your scars, seeing your cracks. That's where the miracle is. That's where people are drawn to you. You wonder why it's so difficult to connect with other people. That's because no one sees your cracks and they can't relate to you. No one wants to be, no cracked vase wants to stand next to one that has no cracks whatsoever, because it automatically feels like it's devalued. You want to build meaningful connections? Then show people your cracks. Show people the miracle of the fact that life is held in your life. Life and the abundance of life is held in your being, amidst all of the scars, the mistakes, the screw ups, and the failures, and you still manage to be amazing. That is the miracle of life. So instead of protecting the vase from being cracked, instead of actually covering it up and slapping a coat of paint on it to cover the cracks, do yourself a favor. Show people that you are a miracle, because the abundance of life flows out of you. You are a unique individual. The world is waiting for you to put your stamp on it. But the only way you can put your unique stamp on it is by the unique cracks and the unique failures in your life. And no one will notice until they see your flaws. Don't hide them. Share them. It's been a motivational minute. 7-Figure Destiny, Hustle Nation, go get it. Love you guys. Be transformationally transparent, generous with your genuine, and be unapologetically authentic. Don't talk about it. Be about it. This is Gerald A. Pimpleton, your financial coach. Make your money work harder for you than you work for it.